Okay. Welcome back, everyone. I'm in a little bit of a rush this time, and I hope that's okay. But I wanted to get started on time so that we can finish on time, keep things somewhat on schedule. So I'm rushing to get things ready. Welcome back to Inktober. We're here in day number 13. Today, as you can see in the bottom right, we're scheduled to do Cold Princess. And I think Cold Princess has some sort of magic that lets her generate the cold weather. And we got the snowflake in here and then lots of wind coming off of it. And we're going to see what happens. It's a little bit freeform. Gonna deviate, especially in the face. I'm not a big fan of this face. It's not a bad face, but I want to make a few modifications to it on the fly. So we start as usual with our tiara. Let's fix this. Thankful every day doing digital media that I can use my eraser just like so. And the undo button even more so. And then crystal up here. Now, I'm now realizing it might look like a Star of David, which isn't a bad thing, but I don't want to appropriate that symbol. So, I think we're going to make it more... We've got a central circle in here. And then in here, we got that. We got that. I'm not opposed to the idea for having a Star of David as a symbol, but I don't feel right as me being the one to draw it for her. Giving her the that designation as the Cold Princess might be perceived poorly by some, so I'd rather not. Yeah, it looks a little sunshiny, but we're gonna go with it. And then she's got some earmuffs. Some big old earmuffs. Actually, I think they're a little bit fuzzy. So let's do something sort of like this. Ooh, I like that. That works. Sometimes you just try things and hope they work, and sometimes they do. And sometimes they fail spectacularly, and again, that's when we're thankful for an undo button. And then in here, same idea. Just some good fuzzy, woolly earmuffs. Very good. And then in here, we come like that. That's a little too low to the head. That comes out like so. She's got some hair. One of the big things with this picture is going to be the wind coming from right to left. A lot of her various elements are going to be influenced by that. So still got a little bit that's holding firm right here, but just a little bit, just right there. Same idea on the earmuffs over here. And I sort of like the smirk, but there's something going on with these eyes that I don't quite like. So let's see if we can't find something else that works better. We'll see how that goes once we get the rest of the eye piece drawing in to the equation. Got some hair flowing back there. That's that coming off like that a little bit. Neck. Got scarf going on, so let's make sure scarf looks good. Is that we gotta have that for one thing. It's gonna come around sort of like this. Is that what I want? No, I want, so that's gonna be the top piece, and this is gonna come around. Yeah, this is gonna come around like this. Can work with that. Come back up like that. Some hair coming across like that. Some hair coming across like that. But first we need to get the rest of her shoulder in. No, that's her cape. That's right. That's fine, though. That's going to be sort of on her shoulder, so. The coat comes across like that. We got that. We got that. I think I want the coat to come right around to there. Very good. A little bit higher up than I have it on the pencils, but again, adjusting on the fly. Proportions are a little bit off from what I wanted. Just eyeballing it. Here I think we're good. Coming like that and that. Indicate where the close folds occur. Nice thick fluffy coat. Quite, more like, is that too far back? If we just come straight down like that, maybe it works. Let's fix this up. Not quite what we want, so let's make it what we want. Sometimes, instead of accepting things the way they are, you gotta say, hey, let's make things right. And this is one of those times. I just got one of those first waves of being tired where it's like, hey, in about an hour or two, you're really going to keep your... Oh, we're starting to come back now. Internet Explorer is doing a little bit, but not a lot. I think we're back from my signal mysteriously, but not irrevocably dropping. And here, where the cape comes in a little bit like that. Cape comes in a little bit like that. I think that works. I think that's going to be okay. Got a cape billow right here, comes in like that, like that. That's almost it. Let's make sure we get it exactly how we want it. That'll do. This thumb's a little bit wonky. Let's do it more like right here. Right like this. Not quite. Then we do that. And we do that. And we do that. And a little bit separation right there. This thumb still looks a little bit weird. I think it's gotta come more like that. And I think that's gonna do it for that, except I want this to be a little bit more like so. Finish up the coat pattern, such as it is, coming in like this, like this. This is where I'm very thankful for my pencils. Not an exact grid line, but enough that I can use it as a guide. Where it zips up goes right there. Of course, it's not going to be exact. That's why I'm drawing it. Because if it's exact, that's just, you know, it's just pretty boring. So it's not how fabric works anyway. So we're going to be okay with that. Let's go for 2 here. A little bit lower, right there. A little bit more, right there. I like it. And then over here, Since we got a little fold right there. Also got a little whoop whoop. To use the technical term, that's a whoop whoop. Okay, for her look, I think that is a good ink baseline. Let's see how that looks. Anything obviously missing? Some of the hair I think I could fill in a little bit more just right here. A little, yeah, something like that. And then a little bit more right in here. Maybe a short bit right there. I think so. Okay. Let's get this fancy snowflake crystal. Line, line, line. And then just a little. Not going to get too fancy, just trilateral symmetry, I guess I would say. And then in the middle, clean this up a bit. Oop, not quite. And then we do. I actually want to come back and cheat a little bit. I'm using my Don't Worry About Their Classes color palette, which is great. Let's do some light blue. Is that going to do us? I think that will do us just fine. And then it is in some sort of cool magical prism. Is it? I don't think so. I think it's just going to be like that, and then it'll be on top of the layer, and then maybe you just need a little bit of get some good sparkle. Just play around with colors that are around this one. Ties everything together nicely. Not going to show up super great right now, but some white sparkles too. And then in a separate layer, same idea, some whoosh, whoosh. Nah, we're going to be good with that right now. And move on to colors, I think. I'll figure out some more wind effects as we go. I'm feeling a very light blue skin tone. Even lighter. And then a darker blue for hair, maybe? I want to avoid the trap that is Elsa. No shade against Elsa, but I don't want this to just be, hey, look, it is Elsa. What can I do instead of that? I've done a lot of purple. Does a really deep red do anything, or is this just a bad idea? No, not feeling that. Really pale. See, that goes the Elsa route. Not feeling that. I think it is something in the blue neighborhood. I think there's just something a little bit better I can do than this. What if it's super saturated? I think this is it. I think this is good. It's over here. If it's over here. If it's up here. It's down here. Yeah, I think this is going to do it. Just playing around with some different ideas, seeing what works, and I think I like the one that I have the best. Oh, I know what I can do. That might be fun. That might be fun. If I do this. And then darken it a little bit. A lot of this is going to get covered up, so I'm not super worried about the details, but just the general idea of a snowflake in here. There we go. I like that. Maybe just a little shoom right there. Very, really good. Definitely a silver. And a silver and a blue. That just patch this up. Makes life easier. While I'm here. Shing. Whing. Whing. Really good. Really very good. I think here we're also going to go for the silver. But I think the muffs themselves, we'll see if we like this when we're all done. A very tacky pink. Or maybe like a really bright green, maybe one of each. Oh, I do like that. We have a lot of pink in the Princess Tober corpus. I kind of like the lime green though. Yeah, let's just leave it like that, and maybe we'll come back to pink. Nope. I do like that color for the jacket though. Maybe move it around just a little bit. I like that light color though. Do I want to alternate colors? Now, if I do, I need to do it now. I think we're going to do across the whole thing, so bands of it like this. And like that, that. We're a little bit off now. So that. We'll say that and that. Just some guesswork. That is actually, I like that. Does black work? Not really. Kinda though. Lots of good choices here. No wrong answers. What about a real pale? No, I think that's a little bit weaker. What about dark? Is that a little much? What if it's more like this? I want this to not blend in quite so much with the scarf. What if the scarf is that? What the cloak? I think that might do it. The pants. What about a real dark blue? Y'all, I think that's pretty good. I think this is pretty good. Now, we do have some more work to do. So let's start on a new layer. The general background. Low color saturation, so bring it over here and pretty dark. But a little bit in the blue. I like that. It makes everything pop, which is good. And then we're also going to have some elements in here that are going to go along with that. So we've got we'll come back and do some shading in a bit. Sort of a firework pattern. But also in some points it has its own volition. Not just subject to gravity. Okay. And then I may have gone a little bit too overdone. Then come around like this. I think that's pretty good. And I do want a snow effect, and I'm trying to figure out what tool set I want to use to do that. I can do a big particle size, low particle density, big brush size. Ooh, that's nice. That was really easy. I come around like... See that? That's not going to do it. If I turn down the opacity... let's see. Slow density, size can come down. What we can do is we can have a nice light dusting all across like that. And then out in front, with the bigger particle size and the bigger brush, if I bring back down the particle size and do it out in front like this, it doesn't show up because it is less than a pixel. I think this behind this background, no, not behind that background, but right in here. I think if we get a little bit in there, that'd be good. I think back here we need a little bit of turn down that. No, that's not gonna do it. Just need some more of this cover over the dark background that I accidentally put in. That was a little too dark, I think. It's not a big problem, just need to fix it. And then in here, I do want some prominent blue lines also. Can you just see that? Is that a little too much? I think that's a little too... Actually, I really like that. It's a little too loose. Gives it a very vortexy feel. Yes, I like that a whole lot. If I do another one a little bit darker the other way, is that any good? So we come like this instead. I like that also very much. I think it's very good. One more. We'll push our luck a little bit. Another one in this direction. That comes also in there. Okay. That's pretty good. I think we do need to bring back some prominence to our main focus, who is the Snow Princess. Here's how we're going to do it. As I make up how we're going to do it. First things first. Around her, we're going to have her own majesty. I think that's a bit much. Just a little shoot. Shoot. Maybe that'll do it. Her hair is going to be even better than it is already. Hard to believe, but that's what we're going to strive for. And we're going to spill over a bit, but that's okay. Just patch that right up. You could call them frosted tips if you wanted to. If you want to make that joke, I'm not going to stop you from doing that. Nope. Wrong. Snowflakes are a little much. Yeah, I think if we get rid of these, or at least a lot of them. It's just a lot of them, y'all. That clarifies things a bit. I think we need to make things a little bit shiny if we're going to do that, which I never have a problem with making things shiny, so let's do that. Wing. I'm never going to be the one to say, no, making it shiny is bad. I don't like it. I think this is our cold princess. I do want this a little bit more prominent. So we're going to bust out one of our old techniques. This is just a snowflake. It's a snowflake and all that. We can still work with this. Selection layer from area. Expand it. 5 should just about do it. We go with white. We go with our pen. Nope. We go in here like this. Yes. And we're going to catch some of those too, and that's okay. Actually, if I just fill, is that? No, didn't want to do that. Just fill that. Then this over here is bad. But I kind of do like that a lot, and I want to keep it forever and for always. So we're going to call this one done after we sign our name. I think we're going to have to employ a very similar technique to make the signature show up. Because we have a lot of contrasting background elements here. Although that might be legible. Let's see. Yeah, you can read that. Just to be safe, though. Expand. Might be a bit of overdoneness, but fill. See that looks okay. It does. And here is our cold princess. I did want to do one thing. Now that I've signed it, let's actually finish it. Just a little subtle coloration. A little green fuzz in here. Yep, that's it. We did it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back next time tomorrow. Maybe a little bit late. We'll see. But next time it is Light Princess, and we're going to do that together. And it's going to be a good time. So until then, take care of yourself. Keep warm. And I will see you then.